Welcome to Good Food. Over the years, I've had a lot of praise and admiration for my banana bread. So I've decided it's about time I give it to you. The recipe, that is. I've given many loaves, many loaves, as Christmas presents, and we have friends that look forward to getting their banana loaf Christmas present every year. So let's get started. What you will need: three sticks of butter or 24 tablespoons. I'm making 3 loaf pans. For 1 loaf, 1 stick of butter. 8 tablespoons. Six eggs, 2 eggs per loaf. Two and a quarter or 2 1/4 cups of sugar. 3/4 cup per loaf. 1 1/2 cups of whole wheat flour, 1/2 cup per loaf. 4 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/2 cups per loaf. Nine bananas, cut and partially mashed. I think it's rather nice to get a little chunk of banana in your loaf occasionally. So I don't mash them. You see, there's lumps in them. And I use a potato masher. Just a cheap potato masher works well. Three bananas per loaf. If your bananas are small, then put in 10 bananas. Or 3 bananas and a quarter per loaf. 1 1/2 cups of chopped up walnuts. You can use whatever nuts you like or leave them out completely. 1/2 cup per loaf. 4 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 1/2 per loaf. 3 teaspoons of salt. I'm using sea salt, so I put in 3 1/2. 1 teaspoon per loaf. 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And the secret ingredient: 1 1/2 cups of unsweetened coconut flakes. 1/2 cups per loaf. And to my flour mixture, I have added the 4 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Remember, this is making 3 loaves. And the salt. Oh Lord, dogs. I want to show you. This is the loaf pan I'm using. I'm making 3. And I am keeping 1 out and freezing the other 2. This loaf pan is 5 1/4 inches by 9 inches by 2 3/4 or 0.75 inches. It's a standard loaf pan. So I'm just going to sift. A lot of people don't think you need to sift. your flour anymore. And for the reasons originally why people sifted it to get stuff out, I would agree with that point. There's just no foreign objects in our flour anymore. However, I have found that by sifting it, you get a lighter batter. And if your batter's lighter, it rises better. See, I've got it sifted now. I needed the big pot, so I'm going to put it back in. And now I'm going to add my 24 tablespoons or 3 sticks of butter. Come here, you guy. I've been doing a lot of baking, so I haven't had a... Well, I'm not going to do anything without the paddle. Now I'm going to cream my butter. By the way, that butter is softened. Make sure your butter soften and your eggs are at room temperature. You cannot cream refrigerated or cold butter. I'm going to add my egg mixture one at a time until it's incorporated. Now I'm going to add my bananas. Turn it down. My bananas are not as brown as I like. You know, when you go into your produce and you see the bananas in a little bag that's marked clearance, grab them. That's the perfect bananas for your banana bread. You want them to be brown, and I don't know that they can be too brown. I suppose black, maybe not. You don't want black bananas, but as long as they're brown, you're good to go. The more ripe, the sweeter they are. Now I'm going to add my sugar, just a little bit at a time. I'm going to give it another. You can even sift 3 times if you want. Very well incorporated. I'm adding the flour. A little bit at a time. I hate that about these stand mixers. Nippers? My vanilla extract. So you're gonna want something and heavy. All right. That's my nuts. Of course, you can tell. Cup and a half of walnuts. Okay, you want a cup and a half of the what? All right, might be a little more than that. Should have measured it out, but I didn't really have any room on my tabletop. Okay. It won't hurt. There could be a little more. You say, why are you putting that in your banana bread? Because it makes it moist. Alright, I'm going to have to go off camera to finish this because the camera's in my way. We will return. Alright, I have mixed it up best I can, and I've sprayed my pan. I sprayed my loaf pans with Pam. I've tried butter, coconut oil, and I've always had some sticking from both of those. The only one has been a fail-safe to get these things out of the pan is, unfortunately, Pam. So that's what I use for this. And this, you see how thick this is. And this is how I divide it up. The batter, that is. Getting the same out of every pan, or close to it. I want to get them all about the same size. It's not the end of the world, but I want them all to cook about the same time, so right, there's no licking the pan. I have 1 meal a day. I do intermittent fasting, so no, I can't taste it until this afternoon, or dinner, I should say, supper, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you want to see other videos like this, I have other loaf breads that I'm going to be making. They're kind of cakes, really. They call them loaf breads. They're kind of like a cross between a bread and a cake. But they're really nice to have ready for people to, on Christmas morning, or, you know, throughout the day. You have a lot of guests, especially, so that if they get a little hungry before the meal, they've got something really good to snack on. So we put out different loaves with different spreads. Maybe I'll do a video if y'all want to see different spreads that we use in our loaves for the holidays. Sometimes I put the loaves in different spreads in a gift basket along with other things and give it as a gift, or someone needing an uplifting. It'd be something nice if someone's lost someone, just needs some cheer. We all need a little cheer. Now, there's no real need to do this. You're not going to get air if there's air in there. I'm going to just, sorry, it's not moving. You will be so surprised at how moist and wonderful these loaves are. Okay, you don't want, if you're making like me, 3 at a time, you don't want, I usually make 4 at a time, but I didn't have enough bananas for 4. Can't believe that. But you don't want to, you want to try to be able to get, you know, there's a crack in between them. And I'm going to put this at the 350, and I've already got my oven preheated. It's ready to go for 60 minutes. Now, generally, that's what it takes for one loaf to cook. But I'm going to check mine in an hour, 60 minutes, and just see where they're at. So stay tuned. Well, they're done, and it took an hour and 20 minutes. This is the first time I have actually baked these in this oven, and it runs hotter than my previous oven, and that's why I'm getting I got these cracks on the top, and it's a little harder on the top, so I had to turn it down to 325, but I didn't catch it in time to stop the cracking. So, well, there you go. They'll still be good tasting. So you can stick a toothpick through the center, and it shouldn't come out clean. You don't want it to come out clean. You want the inside to be moist. It's better to undercook these than to overcook these. Okay, so, you know, if it comes out and it's sort of clean, then take them out of the oven. They're done. Yeah, we'll be putting up more videos of loaf breads and different types. So if you are, if you don't want to miss those videos, ring the bell. Please subscribe. And thank you for watching. I hope yours turn out without the cracks.